What's up, y'all? It's Patrina Dixon. It is 2025. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's 2025. Um, Look, y'all, I'm starting it off with a solo episode. Why? Because analytics tell me that I need to do so. So I'll get into that in a little bit. But today's episode is just going to be me, a solo episode, and you'll hear more about what I'm going to talk about in a moment. For those of you that have been rocking with me, thank you. I appreciate you again for staying with me, for being with me, for referring guests to me. I appreciate you. If this is your first episode, welcome. This is the Money Exchange with Patrina Dixon. Typically, I have guests on with me. It's like an interview style show. The topics that we talk about are money and entrepreneurship. And most guests come on and we talk about topics in one of those two lanes. Oftentimes, I dropped in solo episodes. So, with two episodes dropping a month, every now and then I do a solo episode. This particular episode will be a solo episode. So, as a part of today's episode, we're going to talk about the recap of 2024 for me from a podcasting standpoint. And the first thing about 2024, I looked at the top 3 episodes for the podcast. So, I told you a little bit about the show. Let me tell you a little bit about me for those of you that are new, or even if you've been here and you haven't fully heard. My name is Patrina Dixon. I've relocated from where I was to where I am now. I am enjoying myself, y'all. I live in Florida now, and I love it here. It's amazing. The weather is great most times. I absolutely love it here, and I'm so excited about what this year has brought for our family. I'm really excited. So I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of people. I have some great guests that are lined up for this upcoming year, and I'll tell you about that soon as well. Also in 2024, there were 3 top episodes. The episode that I want to say people listen to the most, download the most, was a recap of 2023, which was me solo talking about 2023. That's why I kicked off this year with the recap of 2024. 2023 recap had the most downloads, the most listens, etc. That again was the, looking at my notes, it was the recap of 2023 with me doing a solo episode. The second top episode for 2024 was financial fortitude, strategies for building strategies for bouncing back financially. That one I had an amazing guest, none other than the money coach herself, Miss Lynette Kalfani Cox. She was my guest for that episode. That episode was number 142. And the episode that was the solo recap was episode 137. So 137 was the 2023 recap. Financial fortitude, strategies for bouncing back financially with Miss Lynette Kalfani Cox. That was episode number 142. Rounding out the top 3 was episode 147, and that was investing 101, building wealth for the future. So that was episode 147. So those were the 3 top episodes that you all liked for 2024. Now, the ones that were 4 or 5 and thereafter were very close to the third, the one that was the third top, but that rounded out your 3 top. Now, where are people listening to me from? So I'm in the United States. Most of my listens and downloads come from the United States. Duh. But it was interesting to see the other 2 areas that rounded out where my listens come from. It was Sweden, and Germany and Canada was around about tied. So that was really interesting to me. I don't know if I had to guess if I would have guessed those, but that's what the stats are telling us. So thank you all for where you are in listening. I appreciate you again. And then the demographics, like I pretty much knew this because this is across all social platforms. A lot of people that are listening are ages 25 to to 54. And that's really in all that I do, my financial coaching, my online platforms. It's the same sort of demographics from an age standpoint that's listening. You got aspiring entrepreneurs, young professionals, professional finance enthusiasts. You got students and recent grad and self-development fans. Those are some of more of the demographics of those that are listening to the show. So again, thank you. I appreciate it. When I do get ratings on the episode, I'm averaging a 4.95, which is amazing. So thank you for those that do take the time to rate the show, comment, share. Those of you that are subscribed, I appreciate you for that as well. Our genre, as I talked about, is finance and entrepreneurship. That's the lane that we're still going to play in. So thanks again. I really appreciate you for listening, for sharing, for keeping it locked here. And for those of you that are new, you're going to enjoy what's coming up for the upcoming year. Other things about 2024, with it being an interview style show, some of the things that I ran into, someone would be scheduled for us to do a recording, because I do record the podcast before it is published. Sometimes people didn't show. Most times they didn't just have me waiting and didn't show, but they canceled the day of. So I could do one of two things. I could try to quickly find a guest or do a solo episode. I opted this year, if somebody canceled, I didn't put a show out. My operation manager that works behind the scenes doesn't like that, because we have to stay consistent on what we're doing. But, part of what I like about podcasting is I love doing it. It's fun. And I didn't want to make myself crazy to try to find another guest, or if I didn't have a topic prepared to talk to, just to put out a show. So I know that may not be ideal for analytics, but that's what I chose to do last year. I am going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going into 2025, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So that's one of the things that happened every now and then. There would be a good reason why they needed to do that, and then we would reschedule, or we haven't rescheduled yet, and they'll get back on the calendar for whatever reason. One of the things that I used in 2025 was a Calendly link. So Calendly is a scheduling platform. We use that link for guests that have an opportunity to be on the show. We send that to them, and then there's some questions in there. They answer the question, and that's how they get on the calendar. If we go after a guest, we also send them that link as well. So that's how they get onto the calendar. We're taking a different approach this year, and when we do the recap of 25, we'll let you know how that works. So it's going to be a little bit different in 2025, and hopefully that will help with the consistency of still being able to drop 2 episodes a month on the first and third week of every month. And we're going to talk about, talk a little bit more about that when we talk about 2025. The other thing I wanted to talk about for 2024, as I went out and talked to other podcasters, people were amazed that I had over 150 some odd episodes. Sometimes that originally did amaze me, because I'm like, I'm just doing episodes as I go along. But there's some podcasters don't make it that far. There's a lot of podcasters that have way more than that. They may have way more downloads, way more shows, etc. They do a bit more consistent, maybe every week. But to still be around and have over 150 episodes, I think I'm at 152 now, or maybe 153, that is a little profound. And I didn't used to think about it that way, but now I'm having a different thought about, wow, girl, you did that. One of the home housekeeper, or not housekeepers, but innkeepers in Martha's Vineyard told me I should say on my show, no, you didn't. So this is for you, Eric. No, you didn't. He has a beautiful place in Martha's Vineyard, and we stayed at his place when we were in Martha's Vineyard. And I'm like, wow, no, you didn't. I have over 153 episodes. Eric was actually one of guests on one of my shows. So I'm proud of that. Like that, we ended the year hitting, I believe, 153. So that was a really big deal. With the goal of doing 2 a month. So that's 24 in a year. We didn't hit the two per month, but very close to it. I think only a couple months we missed that 2 per month. But again, if we didn't have the goal of doing that and we just randomly did episodes, we wouldn't be at that number. We wouldn't say only a couple months we didn't hit 2 a month. So I tell podcasters as well, do what makes sense for you. If your schedule doesn't allow you to do a week, then you can't do a week because you don't want to promise something and don't deliver it, which is why I'm changing up a little bit, because I say 2 a month and I didn't do that for a few of the months. And we want to make sure that we're course correcting that and we're dropping the shows on the days that we shared with you all, the audience. So that's really 2024. I had a blast. I had a blast. I had a blast. The show continues to grow. It's still around. I still enjoy doing it. I love have guests coming on. I learn often from some of the guests that are on. And when I go into 2025, I want to share with you what I would love from you. So you can be a help to the show, and I'll tell you how to do that. So that was 2024. Now we're going into 2025. What's new for 2025? So if you're an avid follower, you know that I typically drop on the first and third Tuesday of every month. And if you don't know by now, we've already passed the first Tuesday of the month. I am changing the day that we're dropping. We are going to drop the first and the third Thursday of every month. So in doing a little bit of a research, some research returns will say Tuesday is still an ideal day, but they also say Tuesday at a certain time. That time we will not be able to hit. So it's like, if we're not going to hit that time on that day, should we go with another day that is recommended to drop podcasts? And that's what we've decided to do. Thursday is a day that people do travel to work. Some companies are requiring for people to go back into the office. That's a time that people listen to podcasts. So Thursday is a great day for us that we're going to try this year. So it'll be the first and the third Thursday of every year. So that's the first new change. I'm excited. I'm excited to announce it when you listen to this. Hopefully you're listening to it on the day it drops. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that it was going to be a change. I talked about it a little bit on the Instagram page, but the first and third Thursday, mark your calendar, put it on your calendar, put it on your iPhone. That's when you want to check out the new episodes. That's the first change that's happening for 2025. The other thing that's changing for 2025 is I'm definitely going to do more solo episodes. So it's not going to go away from interview style. It's going to be a combination of both, right? So still only 2 a month, not only 2 a month, still there will be 2 a month. The first and third Thursday of every month. It still will be an interview style show. So bringing on amazing guests, guest experts and guests talking about businesses that they've done and how they financially prepared for them accordingly. And then your girl is going to come on and talk about certain topics. The other thing that we're going to do more is share the episodes more. So yes, we have an Instagram page. Yes, we do leverage the video that we take during the recordings and put that on YouTube. But we're going to do more with sharing it in the many different places that we have audiences. So hopefully more people will have the opportunity to see the show. And then the thing that I'm asking you, please share. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Where you can leave a thumbs up, do that. Where you can subscribe, do that. Where you can follow, do that. So a lot of you listen. That's great. But if you're also following it, and to hit the notification button, you'll know when the new episode comes out. But you want to put it on your calendar too, right? So we want to make sure that it's there as well. The other thing we're going to try to do, we're not going to do seasons, right? We're not going to do that. But what we are going to try to do is a topic a month. So know that we're doing 2 episodes a month. So both of those episodes outside of January will be about the same thing with different people, different perspectives, an expert. We're going to shake it up on how we're going to do it. But it'll be the month of credit as the example, the month of whatever it is that we're going to do. So each month will be designated to a certain financial topic or business topic. So that's the flavor of the month, if you will. So today's episode was the recap, right? I recapped 2024, tell you what's new for coming in for 25. So that's not a topic that I can continue for the next episode. So January may be a little wonky, but going forward, so February and beyond, each month will be a said topic. So therefore, if you're looking for more information on a said topic, want to hear from an expert on a said topic, let me know topics that you want to hear about. Let me know guests that you want me to have on the show to come and share with me on any given topic. So I welcome that. You all know how to get a hold of me. I'm across all social media platform as It's My Money underscore. That's ITSMYMONEY underscore. My email address is Patrina at ismymoney.info. So very easy to find me, get a hold of me. Let me know what you want to hear on the show relative to topic and or guest. Okay? So that's what's coming up for 2025. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about what I've learned during 2024. I'm really excited for what we have planned for 2025. And I'm really excited to see what the change in the day of the week may bring. Hopefully we'll be able to keep it that way for the full 2025 and do a year to year comparison. If we go along and we look at the quarters and it is not boding us well, then we will make a change. We don't have to go to all the way through 2025 on Thursday when we're finding that that's not picking up the traction like we thought it would. That's why it's great to look at analytics so you can decide things within your business, your show, etc., based on your analytics. So that is what I have to share with you today. Even though I've had some cancellations from a guest perspective, the show still works really well that way. I really enjoy, having the platform where I can bring forth folks so that you can see the amazing talent and expertise that we have out there from the many different people that I've had grace to show. So we are going to continue on that way. And then you'll see me more. The stats continue to tell me you like me to come forward. And although I'm on every episode, but you want to hear more from me specifically. So I will begin to do that. And most times when I'm coming on alone, it's not going to be the same duration of a show likely, unless depending on the topic. Again, I'm giving you what y'all are asking for. I enjoy doing it. I love it. I have fun when I do the episode. So just look forward to it. So as I recap the recap episode, 2024, we had three episodes that just bubbled all the way to the top. The first one being my 2023 solo recap of 2023. That was episode number 137. Followed by episode 142, which was financial fortitude, strategies for bouncing back financially. That was with the amazing Lynette Kafani Cox. She also gave away books. She did that when she had dropped her book, and we gave books away to people that tapped in for that. And then the third episode, highest episode, was 147, and that was investing one-on-one, building wealth for the future. So those were your top three. Other things I said was, guests canceling and that sort of thing, but that's okay. That happens, and we'll just by moving to what I said we're doing in 2025, doing a bit more planning on the topic and staying tight to that. I think that will help along of what we experienced last year, that we don't have it, so that we're ensuring that we're dropping 2 episodes on our new dates, which are the first and third Thursday of every month of 2025 on a set topic. And then also, if I'm going to do more solo episodes, then I have to worry about the guest canceling, because I am the guest. I am the one and only Patrina Dixon, and I will be the one on for that particular day. Again, we encourage you to share the show, follow it, like it, hit the notification button. And then if there are guests or topics that you want to hear about in 2025 on the Money Exchange, make sure that you share that with me as well. As always, I appreciate you. Keep it locked here. Your girls try to bring you as much information as possible. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. If you are looking for a guide for grants, drop down below. There'll be a link for a grant guide that will give you 10 steps to be successful in getting grant dollars awarded. If you need a grant writer, we have a grant writer that's on the team. If you're looking for a list of grants for your business, so if you're a business owner and you need debt-free dollars for your business, I created a platform called Grants for Small Business Owners. You can get that link below as well. We send out a list now, the 15th of every month with new grant opportunities for-profit businesses and nonprofit organizations and accelerators. And let me tell you all, do not sleep on accelerators. I was fortunate to be in two great accelerators. One was the Goldman Sachs 1 billion black women in business program. That was amazing. I learned so much. My network grew. I was in the NASDAQ milestone circles program. So even though there may not be grant dollars, sometimes figure out what your business could learn from being a part of accelerator program, getting tied to a mentor that can help you in your business. Focus and really spend the time on doing the work within the program so that you can walk away with some learnings for your business. Which is what I did, and it works really well. Refocus or focus and be intentional about what you want to gain from whatever that program is that you're a part of. So again, below would be the Grants for Small Business Owners link where you can get the list monthly. Secondly, if you just want the guide and do it yourself, the guide will be below. And then I'm looking forward to what 2025 brings. So I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging around with me. For those of you that are new, you're in for a great time. So again, keep it locked. Hit that button down below. Call subscribe if you're watching me. If you're listening to me, make sure that you're following it on the platform that you're listening to. We're available on all audio platforms and on YouTube. All right, it's your girl, Patrina Dixon. It's my money underscore across all social platforms. Let me know how things are going. On Instagram, it's The Money Exchange is where the actual podcast is. So I know that's a lot of information. The show notes will give you a lot more. And make it a great day. Bye.